physically. I don't know mentally if we're all here, but I'll say yes. Next, approval of tonight's agenda.
Can I please make an amendment to the agenda to add an item number J regarding a Consumers Energy tree grant for the village?
Yeah, I'll support that. So we've got a motion and support. All in favor of adding a consumers tree grant to the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Nobody opposed, so okay. And then I also have a couple of things to change, or that I would like to change on items D, E, and F. I'd like to start with F. I would like to make the May 21st budget workshop also a special meeting. The numbers for the tax millage have not come in yet. They were hoping to have them by today, but they have not come in yet. So if we can change Wednesday, May 21st to a special meeting and a workshop, we will be able to make the decision on the new proposed millage rate. Everything else on the 28th would stay the same.
I'll support that.
Not done.
Oh, not done.
Then on D and E, I would also like to change the D and E, set the public hearing for May 21st at 4:30. Right?
Yes.
Wait, say that again?
To adopt operating and general funds for the fiscal year budget. Yeah, so set the public hearings for the 21st at, should that be 5 o'clock, Sherry? Because we're having, if we're doing the public hearing at 4, or not the public hearing, but if we're doing the special meeting.
No, you're not changing the June dates at all, okay? You're not changing, all you're doing is changing these two things. I want you to postpone these two to May 21st.
Okay.
Just postpone those two, D and E, to May 21st.
May 21st,
Okay.
Special meeting.
special meeting.
So we're not adopting the, they're just changing to a special meeting on May 21st.
Yes, because we can't have the public hearing if we don't know what the millage rate is.
But the public hearing's after the 21st, so that's why I don't know why.
No, we can have, no, listen.
I did the same thing earlier.
You have to set the public hearing. I don't want you to set the public hearing because I don't have the tax millage number yet. That is included in the information that I gave you guys. I'm going to have to change the information that I provided to you guys for D and E, okay?
Yes.
So
So we're gonna do.
I just want you to, I want to move these two items. I want to put them on the agenda to set the public, just like it reads, on June 9th. Nothing's being changed in the wording for them. You're just taking it from this agenda, from this May 12th agenda, and you're putting it on the May 21st agenda.
But I think where we were confused is she said, do you want it at 5 o'clock so we can talk about it first, and then if anybody comes for the public
No,
hearing?
the 4:30 is just a general.
Okay, so we can stay
It's
at
just a general
4:30
time.
even if it
Yes.
turns out to be.
Even if we don't do it till 5:30.
Okay,
4:30 is the time the meeting is going to start. Normally, you do a public hearing at the beginning of a meeting.
gotcha.
You know, yeah,
Yeah.
you're aware of that.
Yeah.
But we
So,
won't because we wouldn't have discussed it yet, the millage.
well, we're not going to discuss it. We're not discussing anything at that point. You're going
That's
to,
what she just said was F was.
you're going to set the public hearings. You'll discuss them on the 12th.
On the 21st.
Or on,
Everybody's mixed up.
We're doing 3 things on the 21st. We're meeting about it and we're setting public hearings.
right, you're not going to discuss a public hearing till we have a public hearing.
Okay.
And that'll be
Right,
on,
because
You're saying you want to
D,
set the public hearing for the 21st.
no.
No.
We want to move these two items to the agenda on the 21st.
So we're
and
already
still hold-
postponing these items.
Yes,
Okay.
and still having the public hearings on the 9th.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
you guys understand?
Give me an
Do you
email.
get it?
I will. Yeah, you'll get it all from me again, okay?
Okay.
But
this is what's happening.
Okay.
So, we're having a budget workshop / special meeting
On May.
on May 21st.
Correct.
I can make it even easier, just delete
Okay.
those two. and put
We
it-
are
I'll
moving
put it on the special
items
agenda.
D and E from this agenda to the May 21st agenda.
Okay.
So we can set the public hearing to be
Okay.
on June 9th.
Thank you.
So we are just
Got it?
skipping it tonight.
Got it.
Yeah.
Off
Because I don't know
tonight's
how we
agenda.
can move from June to May.
You know what would be
May comes
helpful
first.
this time?
Because we're time
Can
traveling.
we do hands? We're gonna move it to the,
Yes.
there, okay.
There
We're all
we go.
good now,
Okay.
perfect. I will approve those two amendments to tonight's agenda.
Oh, I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion
Let's
and we
move on.
have support.
Just give me an email.
I will.
Just tell
And an
Dave when to
email.
be here.
And Dave will print it how it's supposed to be in the paper.
After he talks to me.
Dave's over there confused just like we were.
He doesn't even pay attention, he's crushing candy.
Okay,
Okay, so we have a motion and support, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, D, E, and F, we have handled, so.
Glad we're done.
Okay, so now I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's agenda as amended.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda
As amended.
as amended.
I will support that.
Okay, so we have a motion and support. All in favor of tonight's agenda as amended, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we're good to go. Let's move on. We're gonna do this quick. So next is approval or correction of the regular meeting minutes from April 14th, 2025.
Sounds pretty legit. I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting, April 14th, 2025.
Support.
So we have a motion and support. All in favor of approving the meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, minutes approved. Next, approval of accounts, the treasurer's report ending April 30th, 2025. That's your purple sheet.
Maybe we should read the last one thing as before the meeting.
Did you get things here?
I need to, like, instead of mine.
Oh, mine. Bills and
Cost
transfers.
changes.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills and transfers.
No,
Oh,
treasurer's report, honey.
No, there's the treasurer.
No, we haven't. We're on the treasurer's report. It's just flipped in the packet on the agenda. It goes this and then bills and transfers.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report ending April 30th, 2025.
I will support that.
Okay, so we have motion and support. Tracy, do your thing.
Schlentz,
Yes.
Caverly,
Yes.
Schlinker,
Yes.
Lucick,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes. All right, now bills and transfers for month ending April 30th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills and transfers ended April 30th, 2025.
I'll support.
So we have a motion and support. Any questions on bills and transfers, anybody?
I see we're, isn't our weed trim starting our dam report?
Mhm.
Is that part of it?
Yes, and that amount of money has been submitted to the MDOT for the grant to be reimbursed, yes.
Okay.
That's for the physical dam report, not just the dam report.
Oh,
Not a gosh darn report.
All right.
I like the first one, dam report, yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion and support. Any other discussion on bills and transfers, questions, anyone? Okay, I don't hear anything, so Tracy, it's money, you know what to do.
Schlinker,
Yes.
Caverly,
Yes.
Lucick,
Yes.
Schlentz,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes. All right, public comments. We ask this public comment be on agenda items only. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. If you have a comment, please state your name and if you're village, township, so we know where you're coming from. And just remember, it's public comment, it's not public question and answer. So if you do have a question, we're not going to answer it. We will, we're not going to answer it right now. We will at the end when it's council comments if we can. If we cannot, we will turn it over to the office and someone will get back with you on your question. Because we don't want to give out bad information. Okay.
Good point.
Public comment. Nobody's got anything. All right. Okay. Wow. Whew, thank God that's
You told me we
over.
weren't gonna do nothing about it.
Okay. Next. Last month we kind of changed the format on going through these reports. Instead of having everybody read through them, we all have them. Sherry's report, the Flint and Genesee County Trails Symposiums on Wednesday, June 11th. She gives the location. Silver Foxes, May 13th, meet up at the Atlas Township Hall for seniors age 62 from 10 to noon. 2025 Recycle Day event scheduled for household hazardous waste and electronics collection. Sherry, do you happen to know what, save the date, June, no, that was the symposium.
For what?
The recycle,
June 10th, isn't it?
June 10th, okay. So those dates are there. And what was the last thing? A few residents are asking if the council would consider amending the ordinance to allow residents to have 4 to 6 chickens in the village.
Are they allowed any right now?
No.
There's no.
I've had a couple of, no, they're not allowed. I've had a couple of people ask, I said I would ask on their behalf. They can ask, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I can ask. So,
Right,
you can think about it and.
We're getting with Ortonville. It's about a 3-year struggle there, I think. When they
We've
get-
had, when we've done it before, people have done it before without permission, it's caused a lot of problems and complaints.
Right.
Because they tend to get loose and
And they're loud.
they tear up other people's flower beds and things like that, so. And we live so close and we require, well, we just don't allow livestock in the village, it's against our ordinance. And people wanna know what livestock is, it's what you can eat, it's not a horse, I guess some people eat horses, but, you don't eat, because some people said, why do we have a horse farm? Well, because that's not livestock. So,
okay, well.
There is not a farm or?
not allowed in the village.
Okay.
Atlas Township does.
Okay.
Something to consider.
I get it with the price of eggs, but I'm gonna say no on my opinion. But we can talk about it, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Just kind of let me know what you guys can send to me, what you think, and.
Right, I even throw consideration for allowing chickens on the next agenda, and we can talk about it then.
Where do you?
We could do it we could talk it at the workshop.
I mean,
Okay, let's do that, we'll
it
talk.
starts with chickens, the next thing you know,
We'll
you got
talk
cows
chicken.
and donkeys and pigs.
If you
And
have,
the
I'm
next
just saying, if you
workshop.
have your
Got a
rooster in your
couple
backyard,
goats.
you're not gonna love it.
I know, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna say no either. I'd like to have a discussion, just so we can show that we did our due
Can we
diligence
shoot
with
a
the
pellet
public.
gun in the village?
Oh, okay, on that note, we're gonna go on to the DPW. Sorry to cut you off, Dave, but we can't let it get hot.
Yeah. It says one thing about a gun.
Okay, since Matt is not here, Chris, would you like to be the DPW / street administrator
Sure, I
rep?
can do that.
Okay.
So they poured a walkway from the pavilion to the parking lot in the park. They've started to mow for the season. The dump truck had the bed liner installed about 2 weeks ago. And we have only had one call or one bid on the dump truck, the old dump truck. from a gentleman from DDD Farms, and he does not want it to be a commercial use. He wants to use it on the farm only, so it doesn't need a DOT inspection, because there's no way we can bring that truck up to code. He's offering us $4,000 for the truck.
That is on the
Yep,
agenda.
that's on the
Yeah, well,
agenda.
I'm just reading what they
Yeah,
got
no,
here.
yeah.
They put all new street signs up in the Grove. The dam study has been started. And we're gonna be chloriding the roads the week of May 22nd, weather depending.
I have one thing to ask. I think it might be appropriate right here, I don't know, but I'm gonna throw it out. Dave Jones Lions Club has asked if they could put a banner on the fence of our tennis court facing Erie Street regarding the duck race. Tickets for sale for the duck race, you know,
Oh,
For good
yeah.
times.
and it would be up through till school gets out. And I said I would ask you guys. Does
Yeah.
anybody have an issue with
Yeah, it's
that?
for good times.
No.
Does anybody have an issue with that?
No,
No?
No, no, I don't
Okay.
have an issue. You
All right.
guys- Dave, you got an issue with putting up a duck sign?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool beans. Well, I have something to ask as well. I had a neighbor ask me, who was walking his dog, in our subdivision, and I know, in Fairview, Melissa's subdivision, and I don't know about this side of M15, but, we have at Rose Lane and Pinewood on the southwest
Yep.
side of the sub, we have a retention pond. And not only is it a retention pond, but it is also a dog wasting station that people just leave their stuff. And I have yet to see the dogs come back and clean up after themselves. So I'm hoping that maybe we could have Matt get some bids on dog waste
They're less than $300.
dog waste receptacles, and maybe scope out the subdivisions and see like if there's
I think that's an
spots for them.
excellent idea.
Okay.
So my only question is then, is there a small garbage with it that the DPW?
Well, we would put a garbage can there,
Yeah.
yes, and they could go
When
around.
they do their circles? and
Sure,
that's what they want.
why not?
Yeah.
Do we currently have any in any subdivisions, or are they only?
We have two in the cemetery. Where else do we have them?
Do we have some on the trail?
Yeah, they're on the
behind
bike.
We have one right out here
Do we have some don't we have some
on the, yeah.
In the cemetery.
in the
area.
cemetery?
In the cemetery.
Next door to the trail that goes walking
Yeah,
path.
yeah.
Can you think
behind-
anywhere
next
else,
to the
Tracy?
cemetery. We have
There's
them-
one
Don't
down by
we have one in the
St.
park, too?
Cooper's on the way to high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
one-
No, I think it's an excellent idea to have one in, at least one in each subdivision would not hurt.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we could put out there, see if, what do you want to call it, the Rich Meadows, if
Well,
they think they have a need
Is
for
that,
it.
is that piece, is that in front of that retention pond, is that privately owned?
Well, you could always see about putting it by one of the mailboxes.
Yeah,
Well, we could put it in the right of way.
right, yeah.
We'll just put it in the right of way.
Oh, I have another thing too. I guess the guys got all the benches done.
Yes, uh-huh.
And they're all set.
Mhm. They did a beautiful job.
Oh,
Yep, all the benches are all done.
benches are complete and set.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, and the new wiring will begin tomorrow. They'll be out here working on the wiring.
Correct.
Oh,
Awesome. Code enforcement report, you know,
Did Laura have back surgery or
She's having that today.
today?
okay, so she's provided us updates on, everything that she has going on. I'm not gonna go through and read, all of these, but they are in the packet. This is for information, it's nothing that.
Her and I worked together on it, and she's got them, her calls being deferred to me for the time being until she gets back.
Okay,
oh, Trio's not gonna abide by the ordinance.
building
I
department,
got a question on that.
okay.
So, when we passed the, part of the agenda on the code enforcement for cars, now is that underway right now?
Sure.
Okay. just make sure she needs to know that,
She's already gotten copies of it.
okay, thank you.
And is the, no mow May is not a real thing, right? People should be mowing right now, right, when they're getting this high?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when grass is growing, you should be mowing.
I like that.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's right there.
Sometimes.
I
Go ahead and kill
know,
the
it
bees.
just works. It just works.
So I'm reading here that trios and salons
Don't buy.
are
Trios.
stated that he will not comply with the dumpster ordinance.
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna have a little talk with him.
Is that the owner of Trios?
No.
He owns all those places there.
I rent from him as well.
He owns that block.
Oh,
I'll talk to him.
Okay. Okay, so there'll be discussions on some code things. Building department activity, 3 permits, 7 total permits are opened.
They're pretty much roofs.
Pardon?
They're pretty much roofs.
Yeah, everybody's getting the roof done. I tried.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, not gonna happen. I need a GoFundMe.
Well, I don't know, I just had some plans submitted for Acred Heart,
Oh, down here?
yeah, behind the plaza for 320 apartment buildings. We're gonna have a planning commission meeting in June,
Okay,
so, yeah,
all
that's
right.
gonna be good.
I met her once, she's a very kind person.
Mm-hmm.
I've had several people talk to me in regards to our barn dominion or something.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Who's watching over that?
I spoke with Matt Place, our building inspector, today about that, and he had gone over there this morning, and according to him, he said nothing, it doesn't appear that nothing's been done since last September. He needed to speak with Tracy about when the building permit was last issued, so I don't know if he hasn't had a chance to speak with her yet, and she doesn't know anything about this at this moment, so don't press her because she's not aware. Anyways, he said that he's got to call into Mr. Anger, and he's going to discuss this with him, and then he's also going to call our attorney, because basically what it's coming down to is blight.
Yes.
And then he'll keep me informed, and I'll keep you guys informed of where we're at with that.
seems like every December he needs to get a new permit.
I just feel like,
And he doesn't do it, I mean, we keep reissuing.
Well, because you get 180 days, you got to do something
Yeah.
within that 180 days, isn't
Right.
it, Tracy, 180?
Honestly, I don't.
It's 180.
It's X
But is
amount of
it-
days you
I
have
mean, can
to,
it be continually renewed after 180 days?
If
you
he's-
put a
As long as he's
nail in
doing
it?
something.
if he's doing something, yes, that's the bad thing about it.
So if he puts one nail in the board, he's done something.
He's done something.
I just think though that those boards have been out and exposed for 3
Well, I
and a half
had,
years.
people-
They're not gonna be able to be.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's horrible.
I talked to Matt about that.
But-
I talked to Matt Place about
but
that a
this
year ago,
isn't-
and he said that,
I've
Yeah.
had people bring up the state building department inspector to see what his comments would be
Yeah, but
regarding.
this isn't, I mean, I would love to talk about this all night, but it's not on the agenda and,
okay.
Well, I thought building department was on the agenda.
well, oh, I'm sorry, I mean, it is, you're correct.
Right.
I just.
When I gave you an update of what I
I
I
know.
just don't wanna,
Is there some reason we cannot get a hold of the state building department to see?
I could ask Matt about that.
They
See
have
what his
nothing to do
approach
with
would
it,
be?
Dave.
Has nothing to do with
The
it.
state
No.
has nothing to do with it. The plumbing, electrical, and mechanical state inspectors are aware of it. They have been in
But
our
there's no such
office.
thing as a state building person?
Correct.
Okay.
We do our own.
Okay,
So yeah, no, it would just be those 3, and they are aware, yes.
okay, good.
They've been in our
Thank you.
office.
Thank you,
okay,
Tracy.
so moving on to our fire department, activity report and the sheriff's activity report are in your packet.
The sheriff report is,
Ooh,
I don't know if you looked at it, but if you can understand it, you're a better person than I am.
looks like they need new
Yeah,
ink.
they need new.
Okay. But other reports I've got here, they're, legible, and we can understand that.
Yeah, that's how it was sent to me. I'll ask him if he can give us a better copy next time.
Well, I'll give you a couple of copies that are really understandable compared to the one he gave us. Yeah.
I think somebody else is doing them. It looks like a different process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give you, you know,
Okay.
Okay, we have no unfinished business, so we will move on to new business. And we are going to have the public hearing for the proposed ordinance number 97A, Consumers Energy Company Gas Franchise Ordinance. And Melissa is our ordinance reader.
Well, she's,
Our public hearing notice, proposed ordinance number 97-A, Consumers Energy Company Gas Franchise Ordinance for Monday, May 12, 2025 at 6 p.m. Notice to the citizens of the Village of Goodrich, Michigan. The Village of Goodrich Council will hold a public hearing on Monday, May 12, 2025 at 6 p.m. located in the Village of Goodrich Municipal Building, lower level. Thank you for being here. 7338 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan. 48438 to consider this proposed ordinance number 97A, an ordinance granting to Consumers Energy Company, its successors, and assigns the right and authority to lay, maintain, and commercially operate gas lines and facilities, including but not limited to mains, pipes, services, and valves on, under, along, and across public places, including but not limited to highways, streets, alleys, bridges, and waterways, and to conduct a local gas business in the Village of Goodrich, Genesee County, Michigan, for a period of 30 years. Copies of the proposed ordinance are on file in the office of the village clerk located in the Village Hall, 7338 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan, 48438, and can be reviewed during regular business hours Monday through Friday. Physically challenged persons needing assistance or aid at the public hearing should contact the Village of Goodrich Administrator Clerk during regular business hours at less than 72 hours prior to the public hearing. Anyone unable to attend tonight can call or send their comments to the Village of Goodrich Administrator Clerk, P.O. Box 276, Goodrich, Michigan 48438, 810-636-2570, or fax us at 810-636-8886.
Breathe.
Yes. Yes, so,
Anybody want to?
our previous one was, for 30 years, and it just is expiring, so in July, so this is taking it up for another 30 years. It's basically the same ordinance.
You said okay.
Yeah,
Now
30
we're
years
saying
ago.
okay again.
30 years we adopted it.
I remember that one.
I bet you do.
yeah.
It wasn't 1930, Dave, it was 30 years ago.
Not gonna remember the next one.
You might.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I guess we got
Then
nothing.
I will make a motion.
Well, we have to close the public. Does the public have any comments on the Consumers Energy? Because I know that's why you're all here. No? Okay, I will close the public hearing. Next will be to adopt ordinance number 97A, Consumer Energy Franchise Ordinance.
I will make a motion to adopt ordinance number 97A, Consumers Gas Franchise Ordinance.
I'll support it.
So we have a motion and support.
Only because I like heat.
And I am going, because this is an ordinance and it's going to be published, I'm going to have Tracy do a roll call.
Lucic,
Yes.
Schlinker,
Yes.
Schlentz,
Yes.
Caverly,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes. All right. Consumers of staying in town.
I
Okay.
don't want off the grid.
Next is authorize the village president to sign the Kearsley Creek Interceptor financing agreement between Genesee County Drain Commission Water and Waste Service, whereupon the village will use $198,000 in ARPA funds towards the construction.
Toward their contribution.
Oh, their contribution, sorry. I apologize, I can read. I went to the eye doctor, my eyes have been dilated,
Okay.
so I'm having a little trouble.
And then if we don't, since your name's not, you're responsible for the other 35 million. You're signing it.
Just saying.
I will make a motion to authorize our village president to sign the Kearsley Creek Interceptor financing agreement between Genesee County Drain Commission, Water and Waste Services for the village to use the $198,000 ARPA funds towards their contribution.
I'll support.
Okay, so we have a motion and support. Any
Question.
discussion?
Yes. The last council I know that we set X number of dollars aside for X number of taps. Is that still what we're talking about?
Yes.
That was all in the signed agreement, that they're setting aside X number for us at a future date for us to use.
I just want to make sure the
Yeah.
numbers are still,
Yep,
okay.
yep, that was all agreed to and
Okay,
signed
thank you.
in the previous council. Any other questions? Okay, so with that, we had a motion, we had support, we had discussion, and because this is money, Tracy?
Lentz,
Yes.
Schlinker,
Yes.
Lucic,
Yes,
Haverly,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes. All right, we got better sewers coming our way.
It's always fun to spend $200.
Okay, so D, E, and F, we took care of. G, authorize the additional expense of $1,600 for the cost of the liner and installation. When we say liner and installation, this has to do with the truck.
Yes.
Did they
The
have it
truck,
set up
for
that
some
way?
reason, when they gave us the price for the liner, they forgot to add the price of labor.
Meeting?
Is that our problem?
How that got past us, I don't know.
Is that our problem, that they forgot to add labor? Was the contract already signed prior to
I
them
cannot
getting labor?
answer that because Matt is not here.
But it's still, no matter what, even with the inclusion of the 1,600,
Right.
it's still the cheapest, or the lowest
The-
bid that he
Even
received.
with the price of labor, it still come under what we were allotted for it.
Oh, it's still under the
It's
cost?
still, yes,
Yeah.
it's still under what we had budgeted for all of the trucks, correct?
Yeah,
that was the company in Munger?
I believe, yes. So, I guess we gotta do a little better when we take something somewhere and make sure it's done right, but it still is under
It
the
is.
price of
Yeah, it
the
is.
total price of the truck.
Have they done this yet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the truck's back and done in here.
And so after they got paid, they realized they didn't charge us for labor?
Well, have they been paid?
I don't think they've been paid
I
yet.
don't think they've been paid.
Was there a contract signed saying that it was gonna be this amount less the 1,600?
No?
No, okay.
How much was labor?
$1,600.
$1,600.
Yeah, that was a spray-in or?
No, it's a,
Just set it in?
well, it's welded in.
Well, okay.
It's a plastic liner.
But they had to put in tow things or something else too, didn't they, Chris? Towing?
28.
That was at the dealer.
Oh, okay.
That was with the dealer, that wasn't with the liner company.
Oh, okay.
There was a
Um,
contract signed?
they- I'm not 100% how they install them. I've seen them installed, but I don't know the ins and outs of how they're
It
installed.
looks nice.
But it will save on the floor of the bed.
Oh, absolutely.
Any guarantee?
Guarantee what?
Like a warranty?
I think
A warranty
there was a
for
warranty
2-year
with it, I could
warranty?
be mistaken, we talked about this last meeting.
It was, if we had one to be provided in your, look at your last month's packet.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
about the warranty, but I'm sure.
If not, I'll see what I
If
can
something
find.
goes wrong with it, they're gonna, I would assume within,
Okay.
Reasonable.
yeah, and reasonable wear and tear, you start dumping crushed concrete and boulders in there, and it goes through the liner, but they're pretty thick liners.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, we had a motion, we had support, we had discussion, and because it has a dollar value, Tracy.
We have motion and
We didn't.
support.
Oh,
We don't have a
I thought we
motion.
had- I thought we had a motion and
So
support
I'm
before
gonna
we
make a
had.
motion to authorize
Sorry.
additional expense of $1,600 for the cost of the liner installation.
I will support that.
Okay, now we have a motion and support, and we did discussion before the motion, so, money, Tracy?
Lentz,
Yes.
Lucic,
Yes?
Schlinker,
Yes.
Haverly,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes. Just trying to make the meeting go faster. Okay, adopt Village of Goodrich Business Certificate Compliance Policy Guide.
Good wording.
Yes.
So does that mean they're gonna have to
And it's free?
Tell us what,
And it's free.
Oh, because yes, you two were absent last time. There's a lot of discussion. We all kind of agreed on.
No
words.
business, yeah, no business ordinance.
There was no business ordinance and the wording was very abrupt, so we thought what made it sound a little more manageable,
Friendly.
doable, voluntary, but we're asking you really, truly to please do this if you own a business. Yes, it does say required, but we thought that the certificate of compliance and a policy sounded better than ordinance and law.
Yeah,
so this
it
is
was,
regarding like knowing what's going on
Yes.
inside the businesses in
yes,
town.
yes, where we have, where.
It's an informational sheet
It's
that we're
information.
gonna have on
Instead
them.
of an ordinance.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
It's free of
same
charge.
type, yeah, same type of thing, just not an ordinance.
It does not get renewed every year.
And-
there's no fee, there's no none of that.
Yeah, there's,
So-
I mean, it's like, how many of you know, I think Chris would know, but how many of you know that Sims changed hands last week or 2 weeks ago? How many of you know that?
I didn't know
I know about
that.
Tens, I don't know anything.
Hmm?
I don't know about, like, everything changes
Okay.
in town. I saw-
Okay, but we need to know that.
And we do need to know
We
that.
need to know that.
Oh,
When's
so
John's
Sims.
opening?
The waitress, Lindsay,
Just want a
She bought it?
steakhouse.
Is she changing the name?
yes, it's gonna be,
Or an all.
Mom something, yeah, she changed the name.
what's the name of it?
Meemaw's Diner.
Meemaw's Diner.
That's what I read on Facebook.
Yep, and when you run your credit card, it comes back as Meemaw's Diner.
Oh, I don't run my credit card there.
I know.
All right,
So it's
so,
Okay.
gentlemen, if you.
Yeah,
would go
she's
over-
open and,
Okay, but that's
She's got
not on the
the place,
agenda,
yeah.
so we can talk about that at council comment. Any other, so, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt the Village of Goodrich Business Certificate Compliance Policy Guide.
I will support. Any other discussion on the policy guide?
His arms still being twisted so hard last time.
I just, they could write anything they want, I mean.
Well, they could write whatever they want.
course they
They have to
anyway,
provide,
too.
though, they have to provide their state certificates and everything.
Okay, so they do have to show that they're,
Yes, yes.
okay.
Okay. You want me to move? Okay, so we have a motion, we have support, we've had discussion. So all in favor of,
If it's a policy, I'd rather you do a roll call, please.
oh, okay, yeah, Tracy.
Schlinker,
Yes.
Lucic,
Yes.
Caverly,
No.
Schlentz,
Yes.
McCafferty,
Yes. Okay, next. Consider offer on the 2005 GMC Top Pick C 8500 dump truck. Okay, this is what we were talking about earlier.
So, we've had only one offer, one bid from a gentleman that doesn't want the truck to be used as a commercial vehicle. So that means he's gonna tow it off the property, no DOT inspection. He's offered us $4,000.
What were we
With-
hoping for?
Well, we were hoping for as much as we could get, but with the condition of the truck, it would be a far stretch.
So
It's
now
the only
the,
offer we've got.
and that salt spreader's nice, that could probably
The
be
salt
sold.
spreader is not going with it.
Yeah.
So what Matt wants to do is he wants to relist just the salt spreader for up to bid, just like the truck was, and see what it brings.
But
He
probably
see-
not till fall or winter.
I'm not sure when he wants to do it.
He'll let us know. We'll put it on the agenda.
Yeah, but I'd like to get it, just so we can approve it to be sold tonight.
Okay, so what we have to do here is we have to approve,
No, you
We gotta-
accept the
accept the offer.
$4,000
that's
bid.
what, approve the offer is what I was gonna say.
Accept.
Accept the offer, approve the offer. So we have to accept the offer minus, and everybody's clear that it does not include the salt spreader.
It's
The
not.
gentleman doesn't want it.
Right, it's going with the front plow that's on it and the truck.
So how do we put a price tag on the truck?
It was
So
a bid.
we Kelly Blue booked it,
Okay,
And that's what we were hoping to get was low, we kind of shot low because of the condition of the truck.
Okay.
It's ate up with salt quite a bit.
Well, the box has got holes in it at the hinge points and
Okay.
things are starting to go bad, like mechanically.
But there's not another facility would give us a bid, just the blue book, basically?
Well, we put it up for.
We put it up.
I mean,
We put it up for bid
right,
and we got 0 offers.
okay.
And we got 1 offer during the M15 garage sale because Matt put it out by the road.
So when we put it up to bid,
Nobody put a bid in it.
how did we put it out there? I mean,
Well, we just put it out for bid. We-
Yeah.
I mean,
You can't,
from what, I mean, you know, just,
we didn't put a price tag on it. It's a bid.
no, but I mean, what,
What avenue did we take to put,
Where was it listed?
where was it
Oh,
listed?
It was in all 5 newspapers and on MML.
okay, okay.
And then Matt put it out for M15 garage sale.
I saw that, yeah.
And one gentleman stopped and he officially put a bid in
Today.
for it for $4,000.
Now, do we think that's a good price?
What's
Or-
better
No,
than
I don't think
nothing?
it's a good price, but it's one bid.
Right, it's the price we, you know,
I mean, I don't know how, you can't really pull the bid, you can't, well, can we
I mean,
refuse the bid?
Of course you can.
we can refuse it, but how long do we want to sit on a
But
piece
how long
of
do
We pay
equipment?
insurance and stuff on it every month and.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're gonna be
It's
doing.
so far beyond
No,
being
it
able
is
to be
not.
DOT
And it's,
inspection, it won't pass. It would cost us more than $4,000 to,
but he didn't want to use it as that.
he does not want it, he wants to take the box off of it and
Sure.
use it
put
as
it
a
on,
farm
put
truck.
use it as a farm truck. So,
Okay.
my personal opinion, take the $4,000 and the truck owes us nothing. It's been depreciated, it's 20
Right,
some years
and
old.
the salt box is.
So street
practically-
administrator, you are recommending that we accept the
Yeah, I
$4,000 bid?
suggest we take the $4,000 and run.
Okay, so is that,
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the bid on the 2005 GMC Top Kick C8500 dump truck.
Well, I'm all about getting out of inventory, so I will support that.
okay, so we have a motion and support, and we had discussion prior to the motion and support. It has to do with money. So Tracy, you've been busy tonight.
Caverly,
Yes.
Schlentz,
Yes.
Husick,
No.
Schlinker,
Yes.
McCafferty.
Yes.
Then my only request is, can we make it more when the salt box thing happens? Can we have access for some of us to share it on social media? Because I feel like there's a lot more people that want a salt box that own like landscaping companies and that. Can we like have like access to like an ad to share? Like I have 4 friends that have salt plumbing companies, they might really be interested in it.
Sure.
Just asking, just a
Oh,
question.
I mean, we could send them the,
Or if, like,
Ad.
if something is put on the village page, if it could be shareable.
Well, I'm the only one that does the page and I can't get on because of that whole situation, so there's that. Why not, that's why nothing on Facebook is happening.
You can't make it shareable.
She can't get on it, period.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Take a picture of it in the,
Screenshot it?
And then I'll repost it from them.
post a picture of it on
If
Facebook.
somebody else wants it,
Yeah,
go right
I don't know how
ahead.
that
Right.
repo, whatever it is down there.
Repo cash, you pay them a percentage to sell it.
Okay, but if you don't get what you want for it,
Yeah, you can put what do they call that?
A minimum.
a reserve.
You can put a reserve on it,
okay.
but
Okay.
I don't want to deal with that
I was,
here.
yeah, you know.
We don't want to deal with holding a reserve and all
I
that
don't want to
stuff.
hold the reserve.
We do
plus-
not.
And on top of that, if it does.
So we're just gonna do it our way, that we've been doing it.
Do you wanna give them the
Thank
money?
you.
We already voted.
Yeah, I mean, it's already
The
done.
percentage,
I would if it's a better percentage than we're getting already, yes.
because I think down there it's like 25 or 30%.
Okay, so, can we add to the next agenda to put the salt spreader up for sale, please?
You can do it right now if you'd
Can we
like.
do it now?
It's part of the truck. Just-
Okay,
Just
okay.
now make a motion
I'm
to,
gonna make a motion to put the salt spreader up for sale as soon as possible.
I support.
So we have a motion and support,
Support.
and more support. Oh, God, I got a joke.
Salt spreader for sale as soon as possible.
Yes,
Moved by Chris,
Chris.
seconded
and-
by Shannon, right?
No.
No, it was moved by Shannon and
moved by
seconded by
Moved by
Chris.
Shannon, seconded by Chris, and thirded by Mr. Lucick. Thirded, if
Do-
that's.
do-
Got it. Thank
It's
you.
got-
Should we word that to when Matt's ready to sell it, or immediately?
It's as soon as he can.
As soon as
Okay.
you can,
We'll
yeah.
clean it up, you know.
So, all in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Then next is item J, which is the Consumers Energy Tree Grant that Melissa would like to speak on.
Yes, if council could approve it, I've asked Sherry, and she will help me with submission of the grant. And Matt said that the DPW would help with digging holes, but what it is 3 years ago I did this, because subdivisions and the medians in Fairview are technically like public space, so we got 5 maple trees put in there. So with this grant, pretty much it says that the planting locations have to be along public streets and boulevards that are accessible to the general public. There's an abundance of trees people can pick from, and you get reimbursed, once we purchase them, then we get reimbursed within, as long as they're planted by November 7th. There's only 6 species they can't do, but they're all Arbor Day approved trees, and I have all the information, so I just wanted to be able to start reaching out to village residents, asking if anybody wants a tree in their property, and if they would comply with maintaining it for the first year, and all that good stuff.
Well, not on their property, no.
No,
Is that-
on
It
public.
cannot be on their property, it's gotta be on
Yes.
public property.
Planting locations along public streets and boulevards,
Right,
but.
Public.
But
But
they have
public.
to still,
It would have to be in the right of way.
Gotta be in the right way.
yeah.
yes, and but people around there have, because like we can't always spend the DPW to water them and stuff. so
Right, they would have to
that's-
water,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Mhm.
So I have to have that support from people.
got it.
And
Okay,
and we got trees last time the same way, right?
Yes.
Yep,
I'm gonna make a motion to, allow, Melissa and Sherry to move forward with the Consumers Energy Tree Grant.
Thank you.
Support.
So we have a motion and support. All in favor of us pursuing a potential tree grant from consumers, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Thanks, everybody.
okay, we're treating it.
Like a list.
Next is public comment. This can be public comment on anything. And again, state your name, 3 minutes. And if you have a question, we will answer it either in the next go-around here with council member comments, or if we don't have an answer, we will refer it to the office, and they will get back with you on your question. So, public comment. Yes, Doreen?
Doreen Agnes, Village of Goodrich. On this compliance policy guide, I'm just curious, how do the businesses know that they can voluntarily do this? Does someone?
we'll
from-
present it to them. We
Oh,
haven't
okay.
brought up, done a packet yet, but I'm gonna be working with the zoning,
So,
or
like,
with the
if
code
you-
enforcement officer.
somebody will go-
She'll go out and hand these things
Okay.
out,
Okay, I was just
and hopefully they'll
curious.
send them in.
Okay, I was
That's all.
just curious, how would they know about it? My
That's
other
all.
thing is, I think Chris said that there were street signs put up in the Grove.
Mm-hmm.
What, the names of the streets? I mean, I live there.
Yeah,
I
they were
haven't
all
noticed
faded.
it.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
faded,
they're
so
brand
Matt
new.
went through and replaced them.
Oh, okay.
What do
I
they
should
do
pay
with the
attention
old
when
one?
I'm driving.
What did they do with the old ones?
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. Recycled the metal? I don't know.
Back, on the.
On the south side of the pond.
Shannon, your husband might want to. I mean, no, sorry.
Oh,
Your husband might want to hold us.
I want a Park Drive one.
That's where I live, I want that. Why do you want
I know,
that?
because you live there would be a memory.
That's
Oh,
mad.
jeez.
Oh, boy.
They're all trying to get.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with them. I mean, if they're just throwing them away,
I have no idea.
I
I'll
would be
ask.
interested in maybe.
I know you can't.
Have the
do 'em.
street administrator ask the DPW
Okay.
supervisor.
Okay,
I don't
please,
know.
will you get with Matt?
Absolutely, anything for the president.
Thank you, thank
Okay,
you.
that's all.
Any other public comment? Okay,
Oh, I did get an email today, just shortly before I come in here, from Republic, and I will bring the information to you, but pretty soon you'll be able to get online and track your truck. Track
Because I
your,
wanna know
track
where
your
my garbage
garbage
is
truck,
going.
wanted to know where it's at.
That might not be, I mean,
Oh.
as ridiculous as
Well,
you'd
a
have
to do
heated
something else.
steering wheel, like, as ridiculous as a heated steering wheel sounded to me in the beginning, I think it's a great idea.
Uh-huh.
But it might be kind of, if you're preparing to go someplace
Uh-huh.
and your neighbors aren't home, you can't get a hold of them to bring your trash cans in, like, hey, we can wait another 30 minutes and
I
that'll
was
be
thinking if I
fine.
accidentally threw out the garbage, the
I
wrong
knew she
bag.
was gonna go there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
another way to
Or the kids'
procrastinate,
toys.
taking the garbage out.
There's a $10 increase on a month to do that.
Another reason to
Is there anything positive, Dave?
Just another reason to
Next month, that is
procrastinate,
your
taking the
goal.
garbage out.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Since there was no other public comment, I mean, Tracy, you're public, you got any comment?
I got a lot of comments.
Can we hear them here?
She's got 3 minutes.
As soon
we
as
don't
they
have
shut
time.
that, I can.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, council member comments, council members, anything? Jonathan, you got anything?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Chris, you got anything? Any council comments?
I don't think so.
No? You two down there? Any
I do,
I
but
really do hope that the situation on Eagle gets resolved, because as I expressed to Sherry, it's with all of the people coming into the high school for sports and spring things happening, it's such an eyesore, and it's not fair.
What are we talking about?
The barn dominium situation.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
excited to see that progress, hopefully, in the right direction, because it's a safety thing too. That house can't be safe to be constructed any further.
Well, I don't think the wind's gonna blow it over, I mean, it goes through it.
No, I know people that live in the general vicinity and they can't keep their curtains open.
Yeah, that's nice, so.
And, can I comment?
Oh, I guess, he said you didn't have any.
Oh, she brought something. He's got that trailer parked down there behind it,
With the slide outs open.
with the slide outs open. He's living in that trailer again.
That's
He's
right.
been told he can't do that. He does,
Well, we'll have to have
Yeah,
the sheriff that's on duty during the night to stop by and see what he's doing, see if he is indeed there. We have to have proof he's there.
yeah,
I like that.
little welfare
oh,
check,
yeah, well, I know how to do that.
little welfare check.
Do
And
I
then we can read about it as an FU and
I'm
the
gonna call
police
him.
report as a follow-up. Like I did that. Okay,
Mr.
Do I get a
Lacey has a
comment?
comment.
yeah, sure,
Okay.
go.
I just hope all the mothers had a good Mother's Day.
Oh, that
Yay.
was kind, thank you.
Oh,
Yay,
Dave's sucking up for, you know.
yeah, yeah, no, I had a great Mother's Day. I have a senior this year, so it's my baby, she's graduating. My oldest stayed home, my baby's leaving home, and I could cry about it every day, but I'm very excited. She had a presentation today at school that she nailed it, she did awesome. She had lunch with kindergartners, and the kindergartners fell in love with her. And she's also part of the peer-to-peer group, and I'm gonna take a moment to brag about my daughter Morgan.
You want to wrap these up and then you want to.
Yeah, no, my kid is exceptional, and I hope that other kids, in the future, Morgan's been through a lot, but she gravitates towards kids that have like disabilities or, struggles within themselves, and she helps bring them out of that. I hope one day that everybody can have that in themselves and be more like Morgan. That's all I got.
We're gonna hide the t-shirts, more like Morgan, if it's growing, we're mowing.
Yeah, if it's growing, we're mowing.
I'm starting to crack it right
Okay, so, next on the agenda is a motion to adjourn, and I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll support.
And we have support. All in favor of adjourning at 6:55, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to adjourn carries.